both sides, Rotarian, we have with us Ifechukwu Dan Jacobs, a lawyer and public affairs analyst. Good morning and welcome to Press Review.
Thank you, the presenters. Listeners, you are welcome to the program.
Okay, once again, let's drop the headlines from Anambra Broadcasting Service. Stakeholders from Aguleri communities back Soludo's re-election.
Nigeria Gas Infrastructure Company concludes plans for gas pipeline from Abo to Oka.
NYSC holds cultural carnival at permanent orientation camp, Mwawolo, Mbauhu.
On Synod, Archbishop Ibezim tax parents, churches, and proper child upbringing.
I see worries of a lack of inclusiveness, transparency, accountability in governance.
Flood wreaks havoc in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu.
Okay, these are the trending ones from Anambra Broadcasting Service. Let's share your views on the headlines. So who fires the first salvo?
Well, on the issue of child upbringing, I will first and foremost comment because children, they are the future of any nation.
Oh.
Yes.
The Archbishop Ibezim emphasizing on that, I think is correct. Because if you look at what is happening in our societies today, you discover that parents are no longer having much time for their children. Even the academics, look at the JAMB results. 1.9 million to JAMB. 1.5 failed to have up to 200 scores. Shows that parents are no longer interested in well-being of these children, academically and otherwise. Not just feeding a child, buying clothes for the child, providing shelter. Is enough. No, the most important thing in a child is to bring that child up the way he should go.
Yeah.
So that by the time he grows up, he will understand the culture of his people, the importance of hard work in life. But today, many parents, we discover many, you hear them saying that my children will not suffer what I suffered. Let me tell you, without challenges, no one can become anything great in life.
Yeah.
So we should give them protection, guide them so that they will not fall into pitfalls. We will fall maybe by omission or commission or by mistake. But being around them to guide them, we will not try to stop them not to go on the path of hard work to make it in future. But guide them not to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Guide them to avoid certain pitfalls. At the end of the day, they will take over from us as great men and women of our society. But look at what is happening today. No, if you look at no succession arrangement, even in business of our people, no succession arrangement because we don't bring the children closer to what make us that great men and women we are. Do you get the point? So there's need for proper upbringing of children.
Right. Rotarian.
Yeah. Nigeria Gas Infrastructure Company concludes plans for gas pipeline from Abo to Oka. This is most interesting.
I know that one will interest you.
Yes,
I was waiting for
It's
it.
coming to Oka.
Oh, were you?
I was waiting for it.
I was as well. I was waiting for you to dive into that headline because it's more of interest to Oka residents.
I can't wait to see it happening. Because when I saw the headline, I said, this is good, one of the best so far this morning. Yes, since the infrastructure is directed to Oka.
Nothing do your shoulder.
Who am I not to eulogize them? Who am I not to...
Nothing do your shoulder. Now just say pipeline go come from
You know what it means? Basically the economic situation.
Yeah.
And gas line pipeline is terminating in Oka.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you change your shirt to resource control.
And so I thank them for putting such infrastructure together. It is a very powerful economic arrangement. We know what every other family needs, gas for our domestic use and other industrial uses. So to me, I am happy, and I will encourage. I don't know if it happens that it was the government of Anambra State that attracted it. Kudos, because it's not easy bypassing Asaba or nature and it terminates in Oka. What determination!
All right, that is what we call petroleum or oil permutation. So, and the combination.
On the other hand, the solidarity for our excellency. I think every other community should, take you from the other communities that have actually, because I don't know why we are not singing his praises now, because he has touched he has virtually touched everywhere. We used to hear everywhere it was developing all at the same time. But this is the first time I am witnessing every part of Anambra developing all at the same time. So, His Excellency is a firebrand, what do I call it? Is he an architect, an economist? I don't know, a builder. What has he not done? So, like the front city is up now. Okay, I was encouraged. We must have to, come to the air.
When are we going to that front city?
It's not open.
Just two of us.
It's not open, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can still go there, see things come out before going for, to catch cruise.
You probably need to go with your ID card.
Yeah.
Because
of course.
It's not open to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
When we say
for now,
I say Disney World.
Oh, Disney World, yes.
Well, on issue of re-election of the governor, I don't think any person have alternative to the governor for now. He had done what almost no other person have done in leadership of Anambra State. He touched every area of our life. He empowered the youth. He built the road. He provided other. Imagine the government house that seemed to be impossible for past years. He made it possible. Today we have.
And it was lying fallow for how many? For
even
very many years.
The point. One of the past governors cancelled that location and located it down to another area somewhere in
at Ring Road side.
Yes, and allocated that land to House of Assembly members. He had the boldness and courage to modify or cancel that allocation. Even the building that we almost at completion stage, he demolished all of them. I'm sure he might have settled them. That's why we don't have much. Even if there's court cases, we don't have much.
As a way of a compensation.
And imagine the enormous compensation he will bear. And yet he still built that kind of magnificent government house. It's worthy of it.
I believe
and he's supposed to go without challenge.
Okay.
I believe the president must have been very, very surprised, because one time he was in Ekweme Square. I remember in those campaign time, he was following the Buharis and the rest of them. So he knows that the place was like, I don't know what to talk about, the sixth place. Then that government house is initially on the policy surveyor plan within the state is named Zig's place.
Yeah.
You see? But at the same time, we allowed it to go obsolete. The wind blew off even the iron rafters.
Rafters,
so
yes.
To tell you the extent of destruction of and money wasted, like you rightly said, like Olivia. And in fact, for him to have that courage to settle those oil construction companies, they call it oil construction company that was initially, the contract was initially given to by Atta, the Milad.
Yeah.
So today, I believe that anybody that knows the Kweme and knows and saw the government house will now believe that someone else can talk. Above all, whether we like it or not, we have seen the difference. It is clear.
Okay.
The difference is clear.
So this time around, it's a Puchasin, Mechasin now.
Yes, the man said, His Excellency said, I will come to live in Oka. Why would he live there now?
Okay. Okay, enjoy the conversation. Call us on 0706 5381 320. And if you're watching us live on Facebook, drop your comment in the comment section. We'll equally read out your comment, like, share, and comment on our programs and our social media platforms.
And as well, you can send in your WhatsApp messages to the WhatsApp number 0705-113-8812. That's the WhatsApp number that you can interact with us with.
Hello.
Champions, good morning. You have this 30 seconds.
Ambassador Yorida, Boko to Kwabas, Nanda Parasa, MC Global Batalon, Tulola. Archbishop is a Zim now book, usually to Master, Latino Democrat on Adi. Yes, to Qua de Impact, parents never reania. Can you not make any Azo Moakani? So can I have future host for our movie? Manabro didn't charge it to our hobby. Eat in 5 months. Parents, the answer you are because all the answer you are only because they see way down on our village. So parents, Marathon is finished as you know. I have Proverbs 22:6. Other hand, I mean, you want to on the parents who plan and now, I'm listening to my own children. Go ready together. Issue of racism, issue of racism, my board and limit at 5 months. How does it matter? Good morning, Dr.
Alright, thank you, Boko Chuku.
Thanks for your contribution. Keep the calls coming now before we move over to the National Daily. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, can I want to go and go Can I wear your in-house analyst? Really? What I can do.
Good morning.
Yeah, you can go on one bagan because now actually Mananya is in the buying region no the locations and at the end of the day now actually go. You go on one bagan.
Okay, but I'm looking for this governor.
Who Maka second governor. Only as government Anambra should take time to do as we what Soludo has done. You know, just as they are not or go with you. Palma, no, Germany, I support the Obiana because Mama glory up. Before we became a governor, each nation had been way back to 2020. By extension, on one we are giving him full support.
No.
And we expect every other community in Anambra. Every Makana one, over I give. And I let you go near more wisdom, near good health of mind and body. President Anambra.
Amen.
Amen.
Omi, you want a waka na Soludo by extension, no more call Macaroni. So if you are not trying to tie in as an wow, or buying your work or she or walker. Well, I will because now I know most of our woman no gazelle. So no gazelle, good so okay. Let's take a break here, and then when we return, we'll move over to the national dailies.
It's on the man on a massive. You may enter in Rapporata, see, Tenedoziahu, maybe take the porridge, continue Charles, continue Bass, also no good. To continue North Cube, you can get what for my choke on the name, Cobu area, Chaka. Hey, the Bani, Chetan and Antonia Rico. You want to go in our Motoko, no, we give me late, where is the North Cube, where you Cobu area, Mishaka, Rene Dozia Hotel.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello? Do I know you?
It's us, Mommy.
But These dirty sweaty uniforms and socks, we clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
And now, back to the music on ABS Radio.
To the last lap of today's press review, and then time to dissect the headlines from the national dailies. And we blazing the trail is Daily Trust from Daily Trust. I'm not desperate to return as Rivers governor. That's from Fubara. Leadership crisis rocks Katsina Varsity again. Nigeria, Senegal, and win or bust AFCON under-20 quarterfinal clash. Ganduje under fire over one-party state comment. Ohaneze, Afenifere, NNPP orders react. And then arms worth trillions of naira in Boko Haram's hands. That's a statement credited to Rep. How truck crushed ex-varsity VC children to death. Wow, that's on a very sad note. Then Jonathan's wife rules out return to Aston Villa backs Tinubu. Finally, from here, Benue, 159 killed in 40 days as fresh attacks claim 23.
From the Daily Times, Obolori hails late Edwin Clark as national icon, urges Nigerians to emulate bequeathed legacy. On the banner headlines from the Daily Times, our campaign for Tinubu in 2027, coming from Patience Jonathan. Crude oil theft. We've sent over 100 pipeline vandals to prison, coming from the NSA. 2027, Atiku constitutionally fit to run this is coming from ex-spokesman Showumi. West African security and political economy, that's the second part 2 of that feature. Police snap 2 brothers for abducting robbing man of 17 million in Delta. These are the stories from the Daily Times.
And from Tribune, unease over INEC's delay to conduct by-election in 12 states. The riders, 2 Senate seats, 5 rep seats, 9 state constituencies affected. Obi adorning page 23 of today's Tribune. We have how Nigeria can become beacon of hope for Africa. Blame setback on incompetent, uncommitted leadership. Wike Bazo Ugwanye Otham attend PDP governors meeting. Saraki Tambuwal, Lamido, Ilola Udam also in attendance. MPA denies corruption allegations, says no misapplication of budgetary provisions. FG frustrating Jeffmates to blackmailers for rejecting IPs, that's IPPIS, as you alleges. Cancer before age 50 increasing in Nigeria, experts raise alarm. I'm not going back to Asorok. We'll campaign with Remi Tinubu in 2027. That's from Patience Jonathan. I'm not desperate to return. My spirit has already left there. That's from Fubara. Finally, Sekiria, Yoruba, we need to work together. That's from our Alaafin, Warri Chiefs, others meet or your traditional ruler.
From the Guardian, NPA debunks multi-billion naira corruption allegation. ASU raises concern over corruption, weak institutions tax federal government. Your future president, but fight corruption first, Obi tells African youths. On the bottom headlines from the Guardian, 2.37 trillion naira data expenses compete with food, others as Nigerians ration usage. Sarah seeks CBN's disclosure on release funds to local government areas, Rivers councils. Report highlights 2024 as hottest in Africa, warns of climate impact. Dane Jonathan endorses Tinubu for 2027 poll. Local government poll protests trail APC primaries over alleged imposition of candidates. Defections. Wike joins PDP governors meeting in last-ditch efforts to save party. Finally, from The Guardian, PDP accuses Imo government of wasting 2.1 billion naira on pilgrimage.
And from the Punch, PDP instaurs new BOT members as governor's party direction. FG makes U-turn, endorses a Senate Security Summit. Why Jonathan won't run against Tinubu in 2027? That's from Patience, the wife of former President Jonathan, which is published on page 7 of today's Punch. And the reverse emergency rule, FG taps ex-AGF, 11 sons as Supreme Court battle looms. Supreme Court may release hearing dates today. PDP governor's legal team prepare as AGF says governors forum lack local standard. Stay trending, NCAA under fire after plane strikes Antelope on taxiway. Ayeda Tiwa mocking the Bamidele salute Afenifere leader Fashorenti at 99. And then finally, FG states add 57 trillion naira to death in 18 months.
All right, let's have your thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I see the Ganduje under fire. Over the statement he made. Well, I don't see why Hanez and the Afani and people will be, losing sleep over what they have seen very glaring that opposition parties has collapsed in this country. I think all they should have done is to encourage other political parties to put up a strong opposition so that we will balance Nigerian democracy. So making noise, so to say, will not stop Ganduje from claiming. Obulafor did the same thing, said PDP was going to rule for 60 years, and they had it for 16 years or so before they collapsed. So if Ganduje is towing the same line, naturally, parties are there to be challenged by other opposition parties. And I will encourage Nigerian political parties to put up a strong opposition, not to allow us to go into one-party system the way it is going now, but because our democracy has been weakened by other aspects, because the judiciary is not functioning and the legislature is doing nothing more other than to concur when there's need. To me, Ohaneze getting involved in asking Ganduje maybe to withdraw a statement or to, I don't understand why they are, or why he should be under fire. The man is promoting his party. He said we will continue. And nobody wants to be a loser.
Oh, yeah.
And then again, I'm looking at the number of soldiers killed within the space of a few months. 20 in a row. This is Boko Haram for you. And we are at the same time listening to the army spokesman of how they have decimated the Boko Haram. And Boko Haram is working strong. The last time I saw their armament, I felt that Nigeria are in trouble. And moreover, I don't see why Boko Haram, people who came in and said we have surrendered should be reoriented or whatever they call themselves, and then put them in Nigerian army. The IPOBs are there.
To de-radicalize them.
Yes. So the IPOBs are there. Nobody said they have surrendered. We will now to put them into Nigerian army, enlist them, and regiment them. The ISIS in America. Once the American government sees a terrorist is a terrorist any time. So we have come to realize that Boko Haram is a terrorist organization in this country. Look at the way they are killing the army. They kill soldiers. And I can tell you, you cannot do this to any country. You can't do this to any country, and then they will relax. Why Sambisa Forest should not be assessed by our drones or by our air force and the rest of the artillery, I don't know. So what I'm trying to say is that Boko Haram has stayed in this country and they are waxing very strong, killing people. People are afraid every day. They are killing soldiers that were trained with Nigerian public money to serve the country. We are being killed like that. You know, one thing is this, I don't know if Nigeria knows what it means to train an officer to a certain level. Having gone to all the training all over the world and you become an officer, you come back to Nigeria, they will assign you to the front line where the Boko Harams are having a field day and the person will die. And once he's dead, I don't know what happens to their family. So what I'm trying to say is that Nigeria has not actually tackled or taken good interest in Boko Haram. When Ejika was there as the chief of army staff, he really did wonders there. And they were not, including the past head of state who was challenging him, that he was actually doing the wrong thing by trying to kill the terrorists. These are terrorists. These are bandits. I don't know why we should allow them. And they are killing people. And when you get them, you debrief them, bring them back, and put them in Nigerian army. Do you think they will have a repentant heart over time? They are infiltrating the Nigerian army. We are not infiltrating the Boko Haram. The soldiers should infiltrate them. They should go and join Boko Haram and give us information so that I will wipe them out. That is intelligence from you.
All right, let's hear from the legal angle now.
Well, on the issue of this security, it's a very serious issue.
Yes.
And any government that cannot secure life and property is not worth being. Nigerian government, they are joking with security of life and property of Nigerians. You can imagine a situation whereby you caught terrorists. You are telling now that you are rehabilitating them. You are integrating them. There are somebody that have killed many people, many women, widows, many men, widowers, many children, orphans, destroyed many infrastructure, did all manner of atrocities. They now telling me that you are now rehabilitating them. They should be tried as criminal they are. If they are convicted, they should face the tune or the music. The law should take it due course. Until we promote the rule of law in this country, in every area of our life, I think nothing will work. Because like issue of this political party we are talking about, because we are not promoting rule of law. Look at the way elected or members of the parliament and governors are defecting, as if there's no law guiding such defections. Imagine that kind of situation we are facing now. God didn't know why he said what he said, because we don't have ideological politicians. We don't have those that are interested in this country. What you hear them say at all times that we don't have permanent enemy, a permanent interest. What kind of interest? Is it interest of the masses or your personal interest? Nigerian politicians are interested in what they can get, not on what to do to better Nigeria as a country, to make things work in this country. And they allowed foreign elements to come because they are colluding with them on economic activities. Because of mining, our illegal mining of our mineral resources, politicians are backing all these terrorists.
How can they be backing them?
They are backing who provide those funds? Who provide those revenues?
That one is neither.
Where did they got it?
It's neither here nor there.
Let me tell you.
We can't.
Until they cut off the source of supply.
Like you say, you are court of law. Can you prove that beyond reasonable doubt?
There are proofs already.
Okay.
United Arab Emirates have a list. They released the other time. They tried them. They are sponsors of Boko Haram. They did nothing on their own part. They know once you cut off the source of supply, you will now destroy their strength. But they know why they are allowing them. If government is serious about security of life and property, Boko Haram will be a thing of the past. Where did they get the power? Where do they have the armies have the support of the masses, support of the law? But these people are at war in every area of life. They don't have that strength before the law. But the army that are trained, the government, imagine the kind of budget Nigeria is raising on annually on security. No matter what the Boko Haram did, no matter the foreign elements from any country that is sponsoring them, if Nigeria is serious as a sovereign nation, they will crush all of them.
Okay, let's welcome this caller. Hello. Good morning. Olu de wele de no tutu odo ki mo go ti elacha go ti o tutu.
Na nzeri lo na kana kaso chiti na bi.
Okay.
Omi ye tene.
Omi ya na ekele.
Salute you.
Nzeri wa kana ekele. Jasmine, happy new week.
We should pass through it.
Yes, temperature from Florida saying he is not desperate to return. Nigeria, which another country that don't want to return. I do the world reform much of among them finally. I wish Nigeria is condemn and criticize the Boko Haram and the terrorist group. I used to go now condemn IPOB terrorist groups because they are decent terrorist group. Thank you and God bless us.
Well, that's your opinion, though not the opinion of LBS. It's yours. You're entitled to your opinion. Hello.
Hello, good morning, LBS.
Good morning.
Oh, we have children. Yeah, like I'm going to connect in my studio. Even the defections and endorsement by some of political big guys.
Yes.
Well, the issue of the Abu. Then with a stronger position in Nigeria, even APC was stronger position. We have a stronger position now, Nigerians. I go. How about this? Their stronger position. But I got so when I joined the political club, that is the fact. So those endorsements or whatever, I'm not a push because, for example, Governor a president endorsed for next election. That day, I will vote for our governor and his party, but the president, I will not vote for him, the president. So, I am going to write it promotion at the presidential. So that is the fact.
Okay, yeah. Everybody is not under compulsion to vote. So you vote according to your wish.
And the two elections are not on the same day, not even on the same year. Different years, different dates.
Yes. Okay, let's welcome one more caller before we get back to the analyst in the studio. Hello.
Hello,
Champions.
I'm a studio on a paper.
Darling.
Because you may put it up, you have on Victoria, or you make a democracy. Which has ideology in a party when you're name. Then I told but you may go. You don't to the with the constitution. All I'm going to democracy. Also, it's in a party for rules to see here. The rule of law, that thing do not consider. Man, I am here. The rule of law, one day. Yeah, one example. What in any now? Judiciary are independent. I need to be independent. Get this with the best result.
Okay, now. Okay, back to the analyst in the studio before we draw the curtain.
Well, on the issue of Rivers State politics, Fubara should not disappoint Rivers people.
He's not desperate to return. His spirit is no longer there.
According to him, but Rivers people elected him their governor. According to the results declared by INEC, he should defend that mandate given to him. He should not disappoint Rivers people. Wike is doing his best to frustrate him. He should do his best to show that he's a man that actually have mandate on the people. Look at what Wike and others are doing. I was surprised to hear that Wike attended the PDP governors meeting. which means Wike is in PDP to make sure that he destroys PDP before he finally leave. And PDP is playing with him. By now, they should have come open and stop him. Let heaven fall.
So he's in two parties, no?
He's in two parties already. He welcomed from PDP to APC, he rejoiced with them. Now he's having meeting with PDP governors and discussing way forward. What kind of arrangement is that?
You see that as double standard?
Double standard. Oh, Kaka, the man has no money now. Urina, Mark Walker.
Well, I think that same with enjoying the game. The game of politics in Nigeria is when you are in a position, you play it hard. Wike has everything it takes to play hard politics. He sees himself as somebody who actually protected the interests of the PDP at a time, and they financed it. And who will finance a project and then your party will run over? No, nobody does that. I know you know that, right? So I will the same time. I was happy with the role he's playing. Then what of the men? The men that are men of the PDP. Yeah. We have men who actually started PDP from scratch. Yeah. We didn't start with the equipment. Among the G5 or G16 or whatever. But because of Nigerian politics, where when he who pressed the piper, so Wike came in, saw the loophole, and started financing and then promoting PDP to a level when all of them left. Some of them left. Wike remained. So to extent I blame Wike, but what am I saying? Wike should know that he is human. He is human.
At least expunge politics of rank.
But at the same time, like my colleague said, Fubara should be man enough to defend his mandate. Well, Fubara has seen it that two wrongs cannot make a right. But I believe that minus is plus, mathematically.
But then where are the two wrongs?
They said Fubara was wrong as his godfather, and Wike was wrong as somebody who did not want to leave.
Okay, so it's now 1-1, Wike 1, Fubara.
That is what it is.
Then let them come together.
That is what we are now saying.
Resolve the issue.
Fubara should stoop to conquer. Okay? But people are saying that Fubara should actually, because he is like defending his own people. For the first time, those are the riverine area who comes up to rule River State. He should not disappoint them.
And it's the first from the minority angle to rule.
No, but that's what the minority, the judge are saying it is our time. And we will not let it go. So that is why all the sponsored demonstration, and you see counter.
Demonstrations and demonstrations, that's politics in action. And on that note, we want to thank you for coming. Rotarian, our time is up. Rotarian,
thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And as well, thank you for joining us. Ifechukwu Dan Jacobs, the lawyer and public affairs analyst.
Thank you, President Distance. Thank you for giving us your time.
Yeah, and I'm going to 9 o'clock will be on to Monday edition of Nzuko Anambra.
I'm Uchechukwu Ebenam. Stay with us.